live for the first time again since game 32. Well, we are live at, excuse me. We are live as the 23-16-7 Maple Leafs head into Vegas to take on the 22-11-12 Golden Knights. Taking a brief look over the last few game history for both teams. The Leafs on Tuesday losing to the Mammoth 6-1. Before that, beating the Avalanche in overtime on the road. 5-0 victory at home against the Canucks. 2-1 over the Flyers in overtime on the road. And 4-1 at home, showing that the Maple Leafs are a little more ready when they're in their home arena. The travel game has been a little bit tougher, but still overtime's coming through, and that 6-1 loss is a little brutal though. However, the Golden Knights against the Kings early in overtime with a great wraparound play behind the net to get the puck out to Mark Stone to bury the overtime winner to go 3-2 in Los Angeles. Sunday, the Sharks 7-2 down to the Knights. Again, the Knights over the Blues 4-2, over the Blue Jackets 5-3, over the Jets 4-3, and their last loss coming in overtime to Chicago back on the 4th. So, the big question, however, going into this game is really not a matter of how we will play, as we've shown to be playing pretty damn well lately. The question is going to be, how will Adin Hill play as he makes his return first game back while Mitch Marner's doing some ice capades. I get that he's stretching, but bro. The way it looks like we got a few more minutes here before we are ready for puck drop. I'm not sure what to expect. I've been very much away from hockey for a while. Always watched my Golden Knights, but I have not seen anybody else play. I check in last game's box scores. I recognize everybody for Toronto. So I have a little bit of an idea of what to expect. Toronto playing really well at home, 50-50 on the road. If Adin Hill can play one of his better games, we'll be all right. We shouldn't have to score more than 3 to win. But again, that's going to be up to the Golden Knights goaltender. So we'll see what happens. Not sure what delay we are looking at this time around. Typically, it was about 30 seconds. Lately, it's been about a minute and a half. So hopefully, we're not dragging ass too bad. While we're waiting for a puck drop, let's see what's going on. 6-3 in Pittsburgh. That's nothing to Philly and Pittsburgh. Ooh, the Sharks and the Capitals. I'm not sure how they were wrapping up. 3-2 San Jose. A minute and a half to go in the third. Empty net for the Caps. A whiff from out high. Setting the puck up for Carlson. He takes the swing. Puck gets stolen back. Washington's going to have a minute 10 with speed and the extra attacker into the corner behind the net, fighting for it. San Jose temporarily holds it up along the wall, sent to the high point. Down to the top of the low circle, Ovechkin goes wide. San Jose recovers in the low corner, up the low wall, and it is out of the zone. Washington racing back for it. Carlson comes away on the low boards with the puck set back. 45 seconds now for the Caps. Ovechkin dumps it in on the low side. Into the high corner. There's a battle. Swinging down low. No possession yet. Just a battle along the walls. Trying to get up the boards to Ovechkin. It gets there. It's pulled away. We got a shot. No, he passes it down to the low baseline. Rather surprised he didn't take that shot. Kick save by the San Jose goalie, goes down low behind the net, trying to go out for a quick shot. Stopped into the high boards. 6 seconds. San Jose gets dumped. They're not blowing a whistle right now. And the clock runs out for a San Jose victory in Washington over the Capitals. Nice. Speaking of which, we could take a quick look at all the other while I'm doing that. Just make sure. Yep. Okay. Sorry. All right, let's take a quick look at the scores besides that one. Canadians and the Sabres, 10.5 to go in the third. And the Sabres are up 4-3 over Montreal. Flyers and the Pens, Pittsburgh coming away with the 6-3 victory. Right at the end whistle, Bruins are leading the Kraken 3-2. I'll assume that's how that ends. Jets over the Wild, 5-1 with 3 minutes to go in the second. Woof. Flames 2-1 over the Blackhawks. About 3.5 minutes into the second period. Stars in the Mammoth at 1:15 to go in the first, no score. Islanders and the Oilers with 2 minutes to go in the first, no score. You got the Sharks and the Caps. We just saw Sharks win it 3-2. And the Blue Jackets beat the Canucks 4-1. And even though we had a 6:30 start time, we are still waiting. Is it a TNT game? Is that why? I mean, it says ESPN there. Take a look. They had Pitt and Philly up, but it's like, why? Oh, man, we still got 6 minutes till puck drop, y'all. So we're gonna do the old thing. I'm gonna put the music and the BRB screen back up, and we'll cruise back in when we get closer to puck drop. I'm not gonna lie, guys. We got to talk to YouTube about letting me pick my own music without getting copyright strike, because that whatever that was, it's gotta go. All right, I just saw it, but I don't know who's in net for damn, dude, the feeds are way behind tonight. Just want to see. I'm pretty sure it's Wool that's gonna be in net. But we do have puck drop. Let me just double check, see if we can get a feed that's going to be a little any better. And we're good to go. Oh, this is the one we got. Cool. All right, Dorofeev from the red line gets it to Marner. It looked like he just took a double high stick, but he still gets a shot off through the legs of Riley. No reaction from Marner, but it looked like he got thwacked a couple of times. Gets a shot off, shot off through the legs of Riley, and Wool is able to cover it up. Nah, good bump from the shoulder. I think it was the fact he was leaning when Carlo jabbed. Oh, he just swatted his elbow. That's what it was. All right, so 1922 in real time. We're at 1906. Yeah, so anywhere from about 45 seconds late. Barbashev with a quick shot off the face-off, stopped by Wool along the low boards. Lazan at the point, throwing it towards the net. He hits Eichel in the stomach. McMahon's able to get it cleared out into neutral. Little miscommunication between Eichel and Stone, but Eichel ends up shoving Domi across the blue line before Matthews is able to bring it across. I forgot I could do that. So, minute gone in the first period. Wall plays it from behind his zone net up the low boards. It goes right out to the middle of the Stone, plays it to Eichel, but it's taken back by the Leafs. Domi from his own blue line up ahead to Matthews, makes it all the way down to Aiden Hill, making his return for the first time in many games. Yeah, that steal from Ike, the play all the way back, carrying it around the net after the missed shot and getting it out to Stoney for the follow-up. I can't believe Kemper forgot about Stone. Because as soon as that went behind the net, he should have been out from behind. Yeah. Eichel went behind the net, and then Kemper went past the post. Like, the timing on that was horrible on Kemper's side. Well, okay, you know what? I take that back because I'm sure he was playing the pass all the way till the end, and that's why his momentum took him. Got to be fair. Michelli in the low boards of the Vegas zone, cycling with Tavares, but the puck comes back out to Hurdle off the stick of Kolasar across the middle. Or Zach couldn't connect with Kolasar as him and one of the defensemen for the Leafs went steadily into Wold. Not very hard. They went into him. Tavares from behind Hill. Puck gets worked up the low boards. Nylander with the reach all the way across. Vegas gets caught looking, and it's a goal for the Toronto Maple Leafs. The same thing that happens over and over and over again. Vegas gets caught looking when the puck goes down low, and they leave somebody wide open on the high circle. Wait for it. 5 jerseys, one side of the ice. And that's Riley. Go Leafs, go. Hey, I'm not even gonna argue with you. We need a tune-up real quick. We've had a couple of good wins. We need a energy check real quick. How you doing? Is it Thursday? Thursday. Okay. Holy hell. I'm lost as to the days of the week right now. I guess it's McKelly. I thought it was Michelli, but oh no, never mind. I got the wrong number. Big hit up on the high boards on Holtz. Who is that? Allen. Puck all the way down for a Vegas icing. Faceoff comes back in front of Hill. Just over 2.5 minutes gone. That was Bowman reaching. Like, I mean, the major problem is you had five gold jerseys on one side of the ice. So of course the guy coming crashing down just hits a shot from the dot. And it's literally a heads up play. There's no screen, there's no defense, and Hill gets beat very early on. Shots are 3-2 Toronto. Ball comes to the top of the high circle in the Vegas zone and is cleared all the way back down. I don't recognize that name either. Stetcher. Okay, yeah, I do. Up the high boards through neutral. Theodore steps in front of it, but does not win the battle. Domi comes across, but Marner with a good play to kick the puck out. All right, well, I'm losing frames. Hopefully it's not too bad and it fixes itself because I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, I am. Of course I am. All right, hopefully it's back. Puck on the low boards. A good bump by Nyes to win the battle against Lazan. Robertson chasing the puck up the high boards. Dorofeev has it, but Robertson takes it right back. And from the red line, Leafs dump it the other way. Hill misses it. Eichel back behind the net. Lazan up the low boards through neutral. Barbashev tries to leave it back for Eichel, but the timing's just off. Hannafin has it in the Vegas zone, trying to get it past the blue line, and he does. Into the skates of Stone, and Stone turns it over. Good play by Domi. Back into the Vegas zone, the Leafs go. Behind the net, Domi trying to feed it out front with the backhand. Doesn't realize it came right down to the low boards. Domi might have just gotten tripped. Eichel possibly got away with one. I'm not going to argue it. Weak backhand pass all the way across the blue line, gets picked off, and Toronto sends it back to Hill. 4.5 gone in the first period. Shot still 3-2. Whitecloud sets up Hannafin through neutral. Colasar resets back to Whitecloud at the red line and into the Toronto zone. On net, fought off by Wool. Colasar down into the corner, but Riley's going to come away with it, feed it all the way back, and that's going to be a Toronto icing. Are they booing Marner? Honestly, I don't have the volume up loud enough to tell. But we're in Vegas, by the way. So I'm sure there people are, but not as many as I'm thinking you were asking about. Dude, just the entire Toronto bench is booing Marner every time he touches the puck. Coming through neutral. It's 3-on-2 unless Vegas can hurry. Fed across. Michelli gets it to Nylander. Nylander backhands it right past Hill. We are looking like a mess. All right, what is going on? I don't know. The laptop's saying I'm having streaming issues, and I can't tell. And thought they were in Toronto. Yeah. I was saying, honestly, when you asked, I was like, man, you know what? I haven't been listening for that. And then I looked at the screen. I was like, you know what? Dude, I don't know why I'm having errors right now. This is one of the reasons I wasn't streaming, because apparently the internet absolutely took a shit. Because I am red barred like crazy on the laptop. So I don't know if this is going to fix itself, but we're going to hope it can. Forgot to put my... What is the problem? Brian, yeah, probably. I mean, 2-0 right off the bat is definitely not a good start. But it's all right. Hey, we've had what, 5 good wins in a row, 6 good wins since Chicago. So it's okay. We could go with we could use just a touch of humility before heading back or before the Olympic break. All right. I don't know what to do. Like I said, I don't know how the stream's coming through. I'm going to try and just ignore the fact that it's saying I'm dropping 10% of frames because I don't know what to do to fix the situation. Let me see something. Hang on one sec. I need to figure this out. I'm gonna try something. Oh man, I don't even remember what site I'm on right now. All right. Let me try this. Oh, I don't know if that's gonna fucking reach. Everyone head out. Hey, Brian, sorry sorry this isn't working out very fantastically at the moment. I'm trying to figure out why everything is going so bad. All right, I may have to do that. Seemed to fix it. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to do this a little differently. I just got to okay. Tell you what. Got chat. I'm gonna go be a Toronto fan. Oh, I see. It's funny, Brian. I thought Brian was talking about VGK, like the Golden Knights were gonna lose this game. I'm like, yeah, probably. But now that he's saying he's gonna go be a Toronto fan, quote unquote, it's like, oh. I just realized I had some audio going. Hopefully that doesn't fuck me over with YouTube. Okay, hang on. Now, if this just starts playing again, okay. So now I got to look up into the sky where I'm usually looking at chat instead of here, but I will take it for the simple fact. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Is that bolt? Yeah, never mind. Oh, okay. Of course, now this is going to start buffering, but at least the stream seems to be work. Come on, man. Can we catch a break with this right now? right. So the shots are 5-4 so far. Adin Hill giving up 2 goals on 5 shots. Not a lot of help from the guys in front of him. So while I do blame him, fair's fair. And now we have a penalty to McCabe. Ooh, I've got something for this. I got something new for this. And Vegas goes to the power play. Yeah. And I got one for when we go to the box too. I'm actually kind of stoked on those. Big reason why I'm here. I was thinking about streaming last night's game and then didn't. And then today I got an idea for a couple things. I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to put in the work to make them, I got to come up here and actually use them. All right, face off to open the power play to the right of Wool. Marner ends up with it on the blue line. Eichel with a big shot misses wide. Stoney out in front of the net. Dorofeyev on the high wall. Hurdle at the top of the circles. Stoney from behind the net to Eichel on the low boards. Low dot. Stoney down low on the baseline. Out front. And Hurdle stick gets swacked just as he misses on the one-timer. Eichel leaves it off for Stone. What a touch. That probably shouldn't have worked the way that it did, but what a touch. Eichel trying to dance with it. Ends up getting it to the low boards on the baseline. Stoney trying to get it to Hurdle. Hurdle gets it around to Dorofeyev up on the high wall. Circling to the baseline. He throws it to the point. Marner all the way to Eichel on the low boards. Back to Marner in the middle of the point. Throwing it down low. It hits Wool. He lets up the rebound. Dorofeyev can't get it out of his skates. And Toronto is able to send it down to Adin Hill. Eichel circling around his blue line. Feeds it to Dorofeyev all the way across to Stoney. Trying to go back to Dorofeyev up front, but in the air it goes to Wool, who gloves it, and he will freeze it. I think that we have 700,000 fans. I'm assuming you mean we as Toronto, because I don't know enough about the Maple Leafs, but 700,000 across the world, yeah, that's reasonable. Oh, VGK, yeah, Golden Knights over 700,000 fans, hell yeah, we score. I'm way. Okay, good to know. I am way ahead on the feed. Marner over to Dorofeyev, and Dorofeyev with a blast to bury it home. No. Oh, Dorofeyev looks a little different with that touch of facial hair. It's actually wild. Here we go. Let's see. Let's get the assists and everything. I haven't done this in a while. My voice ain't going to like it. Scoring for your Golden Knights with his 18th of the season and a power play goal. Number 16, Pavel Dorofeyev. With an assist from number 93, Mitch Marner. And a secondary assist from number 9, Jack Eichel. There we go. Actually gets Hey, I appreciate it, Brian. Dude, I was here for we were here for what, like the first 25, 26 games. Stuff happened, came back real quick, and then I've missed a bunch. I think game 32. I just looked on my feed. So it's been a while, man. I really miss doing this. What makes you think we have 700,000 fans in Vegas? Because, I mean, a large chunk of Vegas is like, I would, if you say like 30% of Vegas are Golden Knight fans, there's a few 100,000 across the country. You've got a ton, and then across the world you've got a lot more. I mean, out of what, 7 and change, almost 8 billion people ish, whatever the number's up to have 700,000 fans is a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction. So it's just like, those 700,000 sounds like a big number. It is a very small number. Arizona fans. Oh yeah, dude. Arizona fan, like, one big thing, like, Vegas is a big time Golden Knights fan. One reason, because of when Route 91 happened and what the Golden Knights did after for all the victims and the first responders and all that. Plus, Vegas needed something to rally around, and the Golden Knights gave the city that thing. So that's a huge reason a lot of people will always be Golden Knights fans that are local. Now, on top of that, it's the first Vegas team that is a Vegas team. It wasn't brought in, maybe the Aces, but I mean, come on. But like, the Raiders are Oakland. That has nothing to do with Vegas. The A's have nothing to do with Vegas. So like, that just doesn't matter as much. But then you've got the Arizona and New Mexico and parts of California and Utah and all kinds of different places. Plus, the Golden Knights' first year story is one of those, like, I can't believe it's not already a 30 for 30, or like an E60 on ESPN, because both, if you do, oh my God, Aiden Hill, will you stop something? I know it's his first game back, but for the love of God, the little black thing is supposed to stay out of the net that you're standing in front of. Holy shit. But yeah, it's kind of all that wrapped into one, man. Big locally, good story. A lot of people that were in Vegas have left Vegas. New people that were outside of Vegas come inside, get into Vegas. Once you go to a game at T-Mobile, that's a real just, it's an experience people fall in love with. The Schmidt instead, bro. I'm saying, like, I was happy with Lindbaum and Schmidt, and unfortunately, the guys just don't like to play in front of Lindbaum. I don't know what, they don't like to play defense in front of Lindbaum. And then I'm loving Akira Schmidt. And now that Carter Hart's hurt, he's week to week. But I was like, dude, Hart and Schmidt all day. Get rid of Aiden Hill. I'm totally cool with it. At 9.5 to go in the first, shots are 10-7 Toronto. Score 3-1, dude. What a welcome back, man. Like I said, this is the first game I've streamed in weeks. Just decided I needed to brush the dust off before the Olympics happens, because I plan on streaming every game of the Olympics. And man, we come into a first period whooping. Dorofeyev fighting, trying to get out of the zone. He has to chase it all the way back behind Hill. Finally gets it up to Korczak, Riley Smith. And Riley goes through the middle, loses it, and Toronto goes back the other way. Tavares dumping it in on the low wall. Hannafin chasing it into the corner, up to Riley Smith. Works it to Marner. It through neutral. A good stick by Nick Waugh, you bastard. Love you, Nick. Fortunately, my prediction is 5-3 Leafs. Man, You're giving the Golden Knights a lot more credit than I am. Nah, fair 5-3's fair. I think Toronto's going to score at least one more. Hopefully we can too. Right here, Riley Smith in all alone. And he's stopped by Wool. My window closed. Got to make sure the window's closed. Puck almost, dude. Aiden Hill going for a risky poke check. Gets lucky and sends it down into the corner. Riley Smith with the fighting chance. Can't beat Wool to the glove side. Hurdle steals the puck away from the red line. Dumps it along the low boards. Colasar chasing it in against Riley. Riley puts Keegan into the boards hard, and Toronto comes away with the puck. Riley now goes off a stick and into the crowd. And we have a stoppage of play. It's so tough to be a sports fan in general. Oh, yeah, man. Hey, look, dude, I'm a Golden Knights fan, and I'm a Miami Hurricane fan. So with the Golden Knights, it's like, dude, we only had to wait 6 years for redemption, right? You know, we got to the cup the first year. Couldn't get there again till year 6, but then we won it. Great. Awesome. I've been waiting 23 years for the Miami Hurricanes to be back on top, bro. When you talk about what, like, dude, that Ohio State game, I couldn't have cared. I'm going to go on a little rant just because it's on commercial, or a little monologue. I was like, dude, hey, it's cool to see Miami where they're at. We're not going to make it. Better luck next year. We make it to the playoffs. All right, hey, I'm just happy we made it. I think we can beat Texas A&M. We'll see. We beat Texas A&M. All right, Ohio State, hey, I'm happy with whatever. I'm expecting to lose. I don't want to get my hopes up, but, man, we've been waiting 20 years for this shit. We need to get the revenge on Ohio State. We thump them. I'd say thump. We beat them like 10 or 14 or something like that. And then we go and play Ole Miss. And I'm like, no matter what happens, man, I'm just happy we're here. And then we beat Ole Miss. Ole Miss. So, yeah, we were talking about it's tough to be a sports fan. 100%, dude. Like, hockey is tough game to game because, like, right now it's 3-1. It can be 4-1 before the period's over, which makes it tough, but makes it fun. Like I said, when it comes to the football, man, I am dying waiting until Monday. I am counting down seconds until we get to Monday because no matter what, whether Miami can win. Nobody thinks Miami can win. I think Miami can win. I am counting down the seconds to Monday so that we can get this stupid game over with. So I will not be streaming the game on Monday. What made you be a Knights fans? I've been in Vegas for a long time. Been in Vegas for a very, like, I used to go to the Coyotes games and to the oh my God, I can't believe I'm spacing all. Like, I used to go and watch hockey at the Orleans down on Tropicana back when I was in like high school, middle school even. So I was a Boston Bruins fan for a while. Like, I grew up in Florida, so I was a Panthers fan. I have a Panthers jersey. Dude, Hayden Hill actually made a save. I got a Panthers jersey in my closet that we leave buried in there. But I was a Florida fan, stopped watching hockey for a while, started watching the Bruins, and then, Barbashev just missed the tip. But then once the Bruins won the cup, or like late 2000s, early 2010s, I started to hate Brad Marchand. And then sure, by the time I was finally just kind of sick of being a Boston Bruin fan. The Knights announced. Do we think? Oh, yeah. Dude, there's what, 45 minutes of hockey to play and we're down by 2? Yeah, absolutely we can win. Now, I don't have a lot of faith in Aiden Hill, so like I wouldn't put money on it, but dude, if there was no chance we could win this game, then it would be what, 13 minutes and 43-second long game. Luckily for us, we play for 60. And we should, but can't put in that. Nah, it'll come. Like I said, dude, we've won what, 5 or 6 games in a row. Like, if we don't win, it's all right. We're playing really well. We got guys that are healthy. You know, Eichel's playing, Theodore's playing. We still need Carly back. But, you know, Dorofeyev getting a goal is big. He got one last game. You know, scoring on the power play is big. Like, that's really it. If Toronto messes up and we get a power play, all of a sudden it's 3-2. You know, and then Aiden Hill's going to just hand the puck over like that. It's going to be a little bit tougher, but it's like, man, once you get to the point where you don't think they could win, then why even watch? You know what I mean? That's just depressing. 5:30 to go in the first as Nyes feeds it back. And now Stetcher dumps it into Hill, who stops it. Theodore sends it around the low boards, and now Holtz is going to take it out to the red line. Wool stops it. Plays it up the low wall. Turnover. Holtz can't quite feed it through to Reinhart. Okay, a little bit of a hook there, but we're going to pretend that didn't happen. Is that my boy? Wait, no, because he got traded. Who's 28 for us? Is that one of the new kids? I don't know what the play we get before the playoffs because of Carly. Well, hopefully, I haven't checked on Carly's injury. I would hope he's back at least by playoffs, but if not, it's not going to make a difference just because, like, last year they got Sod, and as much as I like Sod, he's not William Karlsson. Like, we're not going to get a dog like Carly, which is what we need. We need somebody on the third line that's going to go win board battles. Big turnover. Hurdle sends it out front. Hannafin shoots, and it's tipped away to the high boards. Yeah, who's 28? It is Lisinski. I thought Lisinski got traded, but Eichel cutting across into the Toronto territory, throws it towards the net. It goes up over Wolf. And if it's sending it around, Barbashev. Ooh, that was a little bit of a high check on Eichel by McCabe. We'll forget about that one. Off the low boards, and Stoney just swats it. They're going to call that a delayed offsides. Vegas barely getting their 6th man off before Theodore plays it and fires it up the low board. Barbashev, a little bit of a risky pass. Stoney gets it, though, across the blue line, and a big shot goes off the back glass. You don't often see Stoney taking shots from the blue line, but that was a swing. Tavares gets it clear through neutral. And now Riley dumps it in. Tavares chases it down off of a weird bounce, and the shot goes high and wide. Back out through neutral. 3 minutes to go in the first period. Myers behind his own net, getting hounded by Dorofeyev. Extra pressure comes to slow him down in the form of Riley Smith, but the puck makes its way ahead. Hutton catches it in the Vegas zone, sends it to Riley Smith, who circles back, hits the red line, the blue line, and tosses it in past Carlo. Chased down, Ekman Larson feeds it back up the low wall. Hutton trying to work it down low back to Riley Smith, but cannot get it through. Toronto able to clear. Hutton struggling to get it across the blue line. Finally, Lisinski does. Wool plays it behind his own net. Got a little contact there where Ekman Larson goes down. He flops like a fish, so don't expect anything to come from that, but a backhand on Aiden Hill. And he finally stops it with just about 2 minutes to go, 2:12 to go in the first period. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah. Alrighty, sorry about that. So uh bu- 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 see this, check in on this guy real quick. Check, sorry, just while we're in commercial. Got a minute here. Okay, so yeah, we'll do the typical deal here. Once intermission hits, I'm gonna take a few minutes, go burn one down. Hope to forget a little bit of this first period, and then we'll come back for the second period ready to go. Kings fan yesterday were crazy. Yeah. Ooh, Holtz hit him. No kidding. Or was that, wait, okay, now I'm confused. I swear they just showed Holtz, but now they're showing Reinhardt. I want to know who just made that hit. I wasn't paying attention. Now, dude, the Kings, there's something about beating San Jose, and there's something about beating the Kings. Ooh, that was a big hit by Matthews on Lazon. Lazon didn't really go anywhere, but you don't expect that kind of physicality from Matthews. Really, from Toronto. I haven't watched many of their games, but the games I watched, they were soft. Big shot from the low point, swallowed up by Wool. 151 to go in the first. Shots are 15-8 Vegas. But yeah, the San Jose games and Kings games are wild. It's Kings games in LA are interesting because they're not sellouts, but they're loud. I mean, those are the same Raiders, Chargers fans that are just loud. Puck all the way up ahead, tapped in by McMahon. Battle with Theodore all the way back behind Hill into the high corner. Theodore comes away with it, trying to get it to the zone. It goes through the top of the crease to Carlo. Shot goes off a bunch of bodies, and Vegas is able to recover and get it out of the zone. Eichel across the red line into the territory. Big shot swallowed up by Wool. And we will have a face-off to the left of the Maple Leafs goaltender. Like, I'm looking forward to like the Stars because Dallas is one of the big ones. We're a lot of fans than the Kings. I think our stadium's louder. We get more attendance, and it's a bunch of Vegas drunks with a decent mix of tourists that are also drunk. So yeah, I got it. I think we're louder. Now, granted, I have not been in enough stadiums to have a very well educated, like, that's not an educated guess. But just based on attendance and like I've been to a bunch of games. I know how it goes. I know how crazy that place goes. So yeah, Again, mainly because our attendance numbers. Now, right now, it's a very quiet stadium, which is not surprising. Hutton trying to take a shot, goes off the stick of Riley, up and out of play. Another face off in front of Wool with 38.7 to go. I know, 1 million followers. Yeah, what's up, buddy? I appreciate it, man. Yeah. One more is one more. Or one more there is one. Fuck, I just butchered my brain. I just had an aneurysm trying to think of a way to say this. But yeah, dude, that's just one less step I got to take, you know? Like I said, I was doing good being here every night. And then unfortunately, life did what life does. And so now I'm back. I'm going to try the goal is to be here every night again. Monday is the only night I'm going to miss because I'm going to relax and watch the college football championship with my dad. Like I said, we've been waiting 20 years to watch Miami playing a championship. So I'm absolutely watching it with him. But other than that, we'll be here for all the games. And then when we get to the Olympics, we'll be right back at it. Riley feeds it across the middle. A good stick lift on Nick Wall. Prevents a shot. Kolasar going back the other way. Misses the net from the blue line. 2 seconds left. And we are headed into first intermission. 3-1 shots. Again, what was that? 15-10. There's no way that's right? 2.5 minutes behind? That can't be right? Let me see if I can let me see what happens when I do this. I'm going to see if we can make this work, and then hopefully it does, but if it crashes everything, it'll do it while I'm on a BRB screen and hopefully fix itself by the time we get back. Because there's no way we're 2.5 minutes behind. I'm not okay with that. They, when the second period starts, act like it's game 7 of the first round of the playoffs. See, game 7 of the first round. No, that's easy. Dude, I kind of enjoy doing that, to be honest. It makes the games more fun, especially when we suck. Yeah, dude, like I said, the only reason I'm not going way more crazy is because I'm enjoying the conversation. But yeah, dude, I'm so down. I love it, man. Dude, all you got to do is, like, all I have to do is listen to Dan Duva and Gary Lawless for like 1.5 minutes. And then it's like, let's go! To start rambling. Fuck is that? All right. There. Ugh. Gonna get something ready for our journey outside real quick while we wait. We can check some scores though. I said hopefully we can maintain a little bit when we get back, because for some reason it just decided to destroy my feed. Like, my internet just decided to take a dive. So hopefully we can avoid that next period, the third period. Nope, there it goes. See, I don't know why it's doing that, but now it's back up. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. That's what I meant to do. Yeah, see, it's just crashing. All right. I guess that's just what I got to deal with. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And I don't think it'll reach. But what if I try to make it reach? Tell you what, I'm going to do this. I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm going to take a second to try and set this up a little bit differently. And then I'm going to take a break to burn one. So I'm going to throw on some tunes and we'll be back in a few minutes. Hey, Gregory, hang on just a minute. We'll be back in just a second now. Sorry, just dealing with, here we go. Dealing with some technical issues that have been a real pain. But how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I got I saw Gregory. Wait, did I do something wrong? My bad. Sorry, give me a second here. I am still dealing with a mess of shit. I said, unfortunately, the internet has not been my friend for some reason. When I plug in, my frames just absolutely trashed. Sabres are on fire. I haven't seen you this year at all. Yeah, man, I haven't been able to stream, but I plan on being around for the foreseeable future. Plan on being here every day through, like, I gotta dust the cobwebs off for the Olympics. Learning Italian, do you think Italian or French is more attractive, pleasuring to hear? Honestly, I'm a bigger fan of Italian over French. But I'm not gonna lie to you, it depends on who's speaking it. You know, that's not working quite as well as I hoped it was going to. All right. Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't seen a whole lot of hockey, so I kind of wasn't sure what to expect coming into this game. How did I thought McMahon got there too. I think that's a rough icing call. Just beat Montreal 5-3. Nice. 17-2 since December. Damn, dude. I would have never thought that out of Buffalo. So once I get back in the swing of things and I'm seeing scores every day, I got to get the hockey brain going again. Like I said, unfortunately, I had to spend a lot of time fully dedicated, completely away from hockey. I watched the Knights play, but unfortunately, it was a lot of background noise versus actually paying attention. Kolasar carried him down into the low boards. Bowman trying to fight in that corner. Oh, and down goes Hurdle. And McCabe is going to the box. Wait for it. Wait. Where is it? Toronto going to the box. Oh, what happened? There should be... Hang on a second. I should have made a sound. Oh, you know what? I put the one with no... I put the sound with no... Or I put the animation with no sound. Tony fights for the puck. Eichel has it up in the high boards. Dancing with it. 30 seconds gone in the playoff, and he misses Marner at the blue line. You know what to do, game 7 round 1 time. Yeah. It's like, I will say it's a little tougher to do because I don't want to skip out on anybody talking. Marner breaks. They're going to call Marner for an offsides as he breaks back over the line trying to make a cut. 45 seconds gone on the Vegas power play. And we are, let's see, where are we? Just over 2 minutes gone in the first. Actually, we're way behind. Holy shit. Dorofeev fighting on the low boards. Puck comes up to Hurdle. He gets shoved down. Dorofeev gets it back behind the net. Eichel looking for a place to go. He throws it out front. Hurdle can't quite reach. And the Leafs are going to clear it all the way along the low boards back to Adin Hill. Setting it up for Mitch Marner. 45 seconds left on the Vegas power play as he leaves it back for Jack Eichel. With speed, he passes it ahead to Stone into the zone. Trying to go across, it comes back to Marner on the low dot. Stone behind the net up to the high wall. Eichel trying to get it to Marner. He puts it into the skates of the man standing in front of him. It's a break the other way. And the shot goes wide by Lawton. Stoney trying to come back the other way. 20 seconds to go on the man advantage. Eichel brings it in on the low boards. Passing it through the middle. He goes back to the blue line tip to Hurdle. In the high corner goes behind the net. Stoney and Eichel standing right next to each other for some stupid reason. The puck comes all the way out, and Theodore's going to catch it in neutral as the Vegas power play ends with maybe a shot on net. Disappointing right there. Knies feeds it all the way up to the high boards from the blue line. Tavares feeds it across. He misses everybody as Knies was in, but it's a delayed offsides. Hanifin back up the high boards. It's dumped in by Vegas to the Toronto zone. Bowman into the low corner looking for a place to go with it. He loses the puck up the low boards. Lisinski fighting. Trying to go against Cowan. Cowan wrapped up somebody down low, and that is Bowman that got taken down. No call. Fight for the puck on the high boards. It comes out to neutral. Hanifin to Korzak. Cycling back in his own zone. Back to Hanifin up the high wall. Through neutral. Marner catches it. Gets it up ahead to Riley Smith. Feeds it back to Marner into the middle. But nowhere to go. Dorofeev sends it to the blue line. Marner's trying to squeeze the pass by Robertson to Dorofeev, but he has nowhere to go. Somehow that's a waved off icing. I'm not sure how that worked out. But Korzak is going to wait for the play to get set behind Adin Hill, carrying it through his own zone. Goes high wall, and it is dumped ahead. I can't tell who that is. Reinhardt chasing. No, who is that? Okay, I couldn't tell who that was. I'm not going to lie. But the puck comes out of the zone. Or sorry, out of play from inside the Toronto zone. Who the hell is that? That was their second and third usually. The second usually sucks, but the third period tends to be our period now. Again, I've been a little out of the loop lately, so the confidence levels are a little shook. 3-1-2 in second game of back-to-backs this season. We did play the Knights yesterday, so it's not heavily in our favor. But again, all it takes is one goal. All it takes is one penalty, good power play. You know, the first power play was good. That one was weak. Big hit on the boards up by the bench. Puck comes all the way back down to Adin Hill. He'll set it for Theodore. Goes low boards to Stone. And he takes the road out to neutral. Stetcher gets there first. He's able to clear it. Little back and forth through neutral. Matthews able to set it for McCabe as he crashes in on the low boards all the way across to the high corner. And we're buffering. Played by Domi towards the middle. It's picked up, but still ends up somehow on net. Hill makes the save. I don't know how that came off Eichel's stick. Hurdle going sorry. Good Lord. Barbashev going across to Mark Stone. Can't connect. Good sticks by Toronto. Barbashev at the high point trying to kick it down low to Eichel. It goes all the way across to the low boards. Most of Vegas goes for a change. Puck out into neutral. Barbashev to Hurdle coming on the ice. Top of the low circle on net. Save by Wool. To the high boards. Bowman to the point. Whitecloud down on the low point. Misses Hurdle through the center. Good win by Bowman. Back to Hanifin up top. but he misses everybody. Hurdle back to the point. Hannafin again going to send it down low to the corner. Bowman circles. So this Hurdle gets it on net, and Colasar follows it up, and it's a goal. Wait. There we go. Goal! I feel like I don't know if all my audios are working. That was big. Scoring for your Golden Knights with his second of the season. Number 55, Keegan Colasar, with an assist from number 42, Braden Bowman, and a secondary assist from number 15, Noah Hannafin. Okay, you do hear the horn sweet. Here, give me a sec. Alrighty. See? And all of a sudden, it is a 1-goal game. Yeah, I just realized, I think with the shame thing, there's a audio with the bell and shame. Hey man, not, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So far, so good. So again, if we end up, McCabe has 2 penalties. If we can get Toronto for another one, have a more productive power play like the first one. I don't know what the hell that second power play was. That was hard to watch. But man, like I said, this is why games are 60 minutes. Commercials. See if we can speed it up a little bit since we were buffering. Probably not good. There we go. I was gonna say it's frozen, so that probably didn't work out like I wanted it to. All right, real quick league check. 2-1 Flames in Chicago, 8:23 to go in the third. 1-0 Mammoth just starting the third period. Islanders and Oilers 0-0 just starting the third. Sabres beat the Canadiens in Buffalo 5-3. Penguins beat the Flyers 6-3 in Pittsburgh. Sharks over the Capitals in Washington 3-2. Blue Jackets over the Canucks 4-1 in Columbus. The Boston Bruins in Boston taking it to the Kraken 4-2. And the Jets over the Wild in Minnesota 6-2. Hey, I appreciate that, Brian. Malamute. What's up, buddy? Every time. Hey, I appreciate it, man. How you doing? Shout out, Brian. I appreciate you. Atlanta gets crazy tight right now. Yeah. I might do that tomorrow, just while we're waiting for the game to start, before like starting and puck drop. Take a look at where everybody's standing, see where the points are at, where maybe some teams that are hovering, see what their next few games look like before the Olympic break. And then one of these days, I'm going to hop on. Maybe we'll do it sometime between the last NHL game and the first Olympic game. We'll jump on and just do a full breakdown of every team and kind of see what we expect. I've been wanting to do that, but like I said, that'll be a nice fill in the gap between games type of thing. Puck coming through neutral, fed across to Eichel. He's looking to catch Barbashev across the middle. He sends it on Wool, and it is stopped. Kick to the low corner. Barbashev fighting off McCabe. And Stetcher comes away with it, kicking it all the way ahead to McMahon on the blue line with pressure from Theodore. Good defensive play by giveaway Shea. Lazon didn't realize the puck was coming to him. Finally, he does. And he's going to send it all the way back the other way for a Golden Knights icing face-off back in front of Aiden Hill. And one day, man, one of these days. See, percent of games with a point, 89 points, minimum of 29 games. Mark Stone has 89.7% of those games with a point. 8 goals, 14 points in a 9-game point streak. Did they give him? Hang on. Did something change? Oh no, he's fighting for another one. Oop. I think I bumped the camera, my bad. Puck right out in front, kind of floating, but there's so many bodies hitting each other. Barbashev across the red line into the Toronto zone alone. He loses it off his own skate. Michelli resets it back to Stetcher, I believe. Michelli comes back through Tavares on his left. He goes up high to Riley, right in front to Nyes, who misses. I'm not sure Aiden Hill got a glove or a pad on that. But the puck is eventually sent back by Vegas for another icing. Face off back in front of Aiden Hill. Big game so far. Goal and assist for Nylander, and now he's not returning. He's not? Dude, I don't have the volume up, so I did not know that. That actually gives us a chance. Not that sucks, man. I hate guys being hurt. I don't like that shit. But that's big. Yeah, like you just said, that's big for you guys, and that's really big for us. They should trade us back, Alex Tuck. That I don't know how Tuck's doing this season in the way of goals and assists, but if Tuck could have hit 7% of the hang on, Domi up, Toronto is attacking. But if Tuck could have hit 7% of the breakaways that he had an opportunity at when he was with us, he would still be with us. The dude went like, in his time with us, he literally went like 10 for 300 on breakaway opportunities. It's insane. Matthews all the way across to Ekman Larson trying to do a shot pass towards the middle of the ice. Puck is still loose. Vegas finally comes away with it. Cowan wanted to go get a piece of somebody, and he got his piece. Like he's either going to be traded or needs to sign this year. Big buzz for us in our record right now. Right on. Like I said, man, I don't have to dive in and really take a look at what's been going on in the league lately. Just I'm so left out, unfortunately. Got to catch up on a lot of news. But like I said, Tuck, if he could just, and I know I understand what I'm saying. If he could just score, he would be worth it. But man, he just too many big opportunities that he doesn't capitalize on. And we got another icing on Vegas. In 6 minutes. Hey, we'll see, man. From what it seems, Tuck likes Buffalo. So I don't know where. I mean, who needs a speed guy? Most teams are loading up with younger, fast skaters. So, his speed was always his big advantage, but now it's slowly just fading away. Ooh, the hard pressure on Dorofeyev as he gets the puck through neutral zone. Had to fight off everybody. McCabe in the high corner gets it to the point onto a Vegas stick. Is still in the zone. Michelli fighting for his life against Marner, who bumps him into the glass. And then Michelli gets his revenge tap. Korczak back in his own zone. Going to carry it to the red line. Get it to Marner, who tips it up and out of play. I see, yeah. There was one earlier that I wasn't sure how they waved it off, but they did, so it's not like it really matters. Well, all right. Commercial. Let's see how we're looking stat-wise. Shots are 20-14 in favor of Toronto. You got Riley with the goal, Nylander with the goal, Dorofeyev on the power play, Austin Matthews, of course, and Keegan Colasar sneaking in a goal. Face-off percentage, 60.5 in favor of Toronto. Sounds about right. No penalties against the Knights yet, but they are 1 for 2 on the power play. Hits are 11 apiece. I don't know what they're calling hits anymore because these guys, I mean, there's been a couple of little taps, but there ain't been a whole lot of hits. 10 giveaways by the Maple Leafs, 6 by the Knights. Each side has 6 blocked shots, and takeaways are 3-1 in favor of Toronto. Shots this period are 5-4 in favor of Toronto. We'll see. Been a good game. I'll give it that. A lot better game than it was looking like it was going to be. Now we need Aiden Hill. So hopefully he got through the first period. He had his moment of flopping around on the ice, which he has at least once a game. So hopefully that's behind him. And he's going to stay tall and strong and finish out this game like a wall because we're going to need him to. Our defense hasn't exactly been, defensive. There's been a couple of decent plays, but we're struggling. Dude, the dragon on top of the castle is sick. I'm not going to lie. And it gets me, like, I get to use the Night Fighting the Dragon for a thumbnail, which is sick. So, but that dragon on the castle and its red eyes blowing smoke, that thing's sick. Got a hooking call. Where did that happen? I got something for this. Wait a second. I want to try and see this. Shame on these referees as Vegas goes to the box. Toronto on the power play, which is not good for the Golden Knights. Our penalty kill has been good, but Toronto has a way of beating us. Puck up to the high point, just one of the best. Oh, man. I'm not sure who that was just swinging at the puck at the blue line, but it allowed us to get it up and get it clear. Michelli dumps it in. Yeah, there's the ref you suck chance in the arena. I'm glad I got that one going. Eichel up ahead to Stoney. Eichel coming through with speed. It's 2-on-1 all of a sudden, but a great play by Riley lays out to strip it from Stone. Now it's 5-on-2 the other way. And they're able to get it. Aiden Hill's able to get the stop. Michelli down on the low board. Feeds it underneath to Nyes. Back up to the high point to Matthews. To the high corner, high dot, and back to Matthews. He's on the high dot looking for a place to go. To the blue line, Riley. Challenged by Stone, sends it to the baseline. Knives across, and it is tipped ultimately by Tavares and in. Told you. That was a bullshit penalty, too. One more time, because since they scored, because that was a bullshit penalty. Malamute, you are right, but also you are right. All's fair, man. All's fair. That was a bullshit penalty, though, man. That call a hook on that. Okay. Oh, Brian, come on. There's still 27 minutes to play. I mean, yeah, you're probably right, but there's still 27 minutes to play, man. Buck out front, stop by Hutton. Man, we are trying to force everything as that looked offsides to me. However, Nick Wall resets, but now it's going the other way. Plenty of time for Wool to make a play. Dorofeyev gets it, but he can't get control. That was huge, but Dorofeyev could not control the puck on the low boards after a risky play by Wool. Kept in by Dorofeyev. He is working like a dog right now. This is like the Carlson type of play that we missed. Theodore throws it on net softly, but Marner recovers, throws it back out front. Reinhardt unable to bury the pass. Dorofeyev to the high point. Lazon to Theodore. He shoots and it's stopped by the left pad of Wool. Back to Theodore on the blue line. He carries it to the high point. Marner. Back to Theodore. Back towards the middle. Shot by Lazon and is stopped by Wool. Puck comes out in front of the crease. Thrown out high and Theodore plays it with a high stick. Whoa, fellas. Yeah, Michelli basically had that goal, and Tavares went to get out of the way, and it hit Tavares' stick and buried it. Bastard. All right, what's going on around the league? Flames are up 3-1 over Chicago in Chicago. 45 seconds to go. Mammoth up 2-1 on the Stars. 12.5 to go in the third. We may hang out for the second intermission and watch the end of that, depending on how far. What do we got? Oh no, we still got 5:45 in this one, so that'll be over by the time. Maybe we'll see if it's still within one or tied up. We'll watch the end of that one during intermission. Islanders and the Oilers still 0-0 halfway through the third period. Shots are 32-16 in favor of Edmonton. Who's in net for New York right now? Take a look real quick. Sorokin just having himself a game, dude. And then just nobody on his side helping him out, man. Straight up, we got 16 shots for the Islanders versus 32 for the Oilers. There is one man playing hockey on the New York team. All right, so in real time, we've got 5:36 to go in the second. In my time, we've got more than that. I guarantee it. Let you know once they pop the scoreboard back up and we start getting some play going. Keep forgetting to shave my head. I gotta take care of that. Tavares, 12 points in the last 14 games. That's a streak. But go ahead and have that streak now. Don't you come into playoffs with that kind of shit. Puck all the way down to Wool after a Vegas zone face-off, and it is swallowed up and covered. Okay, yeah, we're 45-ish seconds behind to anybody catching in, or stopping in, but I'm not going to lie to you. I refuse to pay ESPN to watch a hockey game happening 20, not even 20 miles that way, probably 15 miles that direction. Puck all the way back. Theodore's going to get there and swoop it up as Matthews challenges. He fumbles it, but it's okay. Giveaway. Shea is able to get it to Eichel. Eichel to Stone. Stoney taps it ahead as the ref was right in front of him. Stone across, and a good stick prevents the backdoor attempt by Barbashev. Man, the opportunities are there. Toronto's doing a much better job of seeing them. All right, puck up and out of play as Stone drops a hard F-bomb. I mean, that was Stetcher with a great play to backhand that. Like I said, he didn't stop it and tip it towards the net up over a stick. He put it out of harm's way. Back behind the net, Hannafin circles. Puck comes down to the low point. Whitecloud misses the net wide. Hannafin's going to circle and catch it at the high point tip. Holtz looking for a place to go with it. He gets his ass kicked, and Toronto clears. All the way up ahead, it's waved off. Hannigan getting hounded by Lorentz. And kicks it up the high boards. Holtz across the red line into the Toronto zone, chasing it down. There goes Lisinski. Leafs go back the other way. Did. Bottom lines, we used to have a great third and fourth line. Now we basically don't have a fourth line. It's kind of just whoever's left over at the end of making the first three. Which our lines have been fucking wild the last couple of weeks. Colasar chasing in against Ekman Larson. Good hit to put Ekman Larson into the boards. Carlo comes in to give a hand. It's turned over. Golden Knights can't quite reach the puck. Michelli carries it out on a stretch past the knives. It gets stopped. That was a big knockdown right there. Colasar to Bowman. To the high corner of the Toronto zone. He's trying to work his way to the point. Hurdle kind of stops up, gets it to the point. It's thrown towards the net. It's going to come up the low boards. Michelli can't get it past Korczak, but on a second chance he does. And that is going to be a Toronto icing face-off coming back in front of Wool. Whew. We need something short of a miracle, but not that short. Shots of 22, 18, 3:15 to go in the second period. Toronto's going to clear the puck all the way back down again, and we have another Maple Leaf zone face-off. Keep an eye on the Stars and the Mammoth. Most points per game this season. Stoney's at 1.48. He's up there with a pretty good group. Oh, get through. Dorofeev loses the battle, and now it's a foot race. Vegas trying to get back to prevent a 3-on-none. And they do. Dorofeev slings it to the middle. Here comes Theodore with some speed to Marner across the blue line. Got Theodore up ahead. It's tipped, but a good save. Whoa, we're making the stops easy, but Wool's doing a fantastic job. Like, he is just playing perfect position hockey. Pug all the way up ahead. A good stretch pass and good defense by Lazon to prevent an opportunity. Now Robertson down on the low boards. Leaves it around the back of the net. Good pressure by Lazon. Disrupts that play. Theodore trying to get it up to Bowman, but nobody can get it out. And then it's right back in with Cowan, who gets it just out of his reach. There goes Bowman going down. No call for that. I'm not sure I agree with that no call. Toronto controlling in the Vegas zone. Matthews from the blue line down to Ekman Larson on the low boards. Back to the high point. Domi fresh on the ice. Gets it to Riley at the blue line. Ekman Larson at the low point. Down the boards to Matthews. Under heavy pressure. Good job. Marner forces the puck up to the low point. Sent back down behind the net. Domi comes away with it. Trying to get it to the center. Comes back to him. Over to McCabe across the blue line. Down the boards to Riley. Back to the low point. McCabe across the blue line to Domi. Top of the high circle. Shot by Matthews. Tipped. It goes up over the net. McMahon and Theodore fighting for it. It gets to Riley Smith, but he can't get it out. McCabe. Stetcher throws a loose one that gets tipped, and Vegas still can't clear it. Domi put down Riley Smith away from the puck, but we'll forget about that. And Domi tips it back into the Vegas zone. 50 seconds to go as Eichel circles from the red line. Down the low boards. He's reaching, and he's going to lose the puck as Vegas gets a change. From the low corner, McMahon goes up and out of the zone all the way back to Hannafin, who resets with Whitecloud into neutral from the red line. Dumped into the low corner. McCabe gets there first. Hits the brakes hard with the spinning move to get it up the low boards to McMahon. Not out as Whitecloud resets it. Stoney on McMahon. Back to Whitecloud, who sends it again. Back in deep, but it comes all the way around on the high boards, and McCabe's going to get there first. Dumped in from the red line. 6, 5, 4 as Whitecloud tries to get it out of the zone. 1. And that is the end of the second period in this one. Toronto up on Vegas 4-2. Woof, fellas. Woof. Take a look at this other game. Dallas scored, so it's 2-2. Nope. They were just showing the goal from earlier. We got 8:15 to go in the third. Mammoth up 2-1. Whenever I can get the little pop-up window, it'll be good to go. There you go. All right, puck's going to go all the way down for a Mammoth icing. No, we'll do our typical intermission thing. As much as it's like the more I watch this, the more I'm like, We'll be back in a couple of minutes here when we get ready for the third period. See if there's I don't know what this music's gonna do, but it's YouTube approved, so apologies. We're coming back. Oh, man. I just realized I had my... This is what happens when technical issues occur. I just realized I had my... the desktop muted, so while I'm talking about music, y'all ain't hearing nothing. I'm gonna have to get this all reset up. Man, just look, we have the same amount of one of these guys number one in the wild card spot while you're number one in your division. Damn. Weak, dude. The West Coast is weak. I can't say that I'm surprised. I do kind of want to keep this oh, whoops, I just realized I'm sitting here talking without being back. There we go. Where's my mouse? There it is. We're going to keep that open for a moment. We'll be back in a second with the Vegas-Toronto game, but right now there's a minute 15 to go in the third in Utah. Mammoth up 2-1 on the Stars. Check out Atlantic points. So crazy. That one, I'm before the game tomorrow, I'm gonna get caught up on everybody. So I'm not sure what time I'm gonna be going live, but I'm gonna go live like 5 minutes or I'm gonna go live right at whatever time and look at all the standings, look at points per, the points by player over the last couple of weeks. I'm gonna do a little bit more of a deep dive in, dude. There it is, absolute chaos at the Dallas net before it is cleared all the way back barely for an icing. How the line judge didn't make the decision, he was loafing's a little weak, but that is absolutely nuts, dude. The finish to this Mammoth Stars game is pretty wild. And it just blacked out on me, go figure. All right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm looking forward to getting back to getting caught up. Where tomorrow, 10 out of days, kind of kill days for our last stream. Yeah. No, I definitely get it, bro. Like I said, unfortunately, the last couple of weeks have taken so much energy out of me. I haven't even been able to sit here and just sitting here and watching hockey and hanging out has been tough. Like it's felt impossible. It took me doing the new graphics to be like, you know what? I actually wanted to do that and figured since I'm doing that, I might as well stream. And I kind of tricked myself into doing it. But now that I'm back into it, it's like I'm looking forward to trying again tomorrow. I got to figure out my setup though, because whenever everything was working fine, but if I'm wired in for my internet, OBS just takes a dive, dude. It just completely crashes out. So I'm gonna have to do some work tomorrow to figure that out before we get going again. And I'm not sure what game tomorrow night. Like I said, hopefully there's a good late game. Matthews into the zone playing catch with Domi. All the way around to McMahon on the low boards. Gets taken away by Stoney. 3-on-2 if the Knights hurry. Eichel has it cut up the middle. Barbashev to his right. He kicks it to Barbashev. Shot. Hits the man in front of him. And now Toronto going back the other way. Domi into the zone. Leaves it off for Matthews, who circles up on the low board all the way across the blue line. Shot. Puck ends up on the low boards after it's stopped. Another shot goes wide by Matthews. Lazan trying to send it up and out through the low boards. It gets tipped by Bowman and back into the Toronto territory. Ekman Larson behind Wool looking for a play. All the way up through neutral on the stretch pass. It is not tipped in and we have an icing. Dude, that was actually a shot right there. Keegan Colasar and Nick Waugh skating side by side, both wearing the number 55, but two different jerseys. I loved when it was Colasar, Nick Waugh, and Will Carrier. That's the red jersey is Will Carrier. Happens coming over and chill. No, yeah, dude. Hey, I really like being a fan of any other team. I got no problem with, man, because it means you're a fan of hockey, and that's what I really enjoy. Like those are the conversations I enjoy. Something happened behind the scenes. Oh, Cowan's in the box again. Unfortunately, I don't have the one with audio, but I'll have that ready for. Oh yeah, he caught Hutton's visor, took his helmet off. Dude, it is still my favorite thing about sports is when shot goes wide and it's tipped in. That happened so quick. I didn't even get to look up in time for the play-by-play. I was going to make a joke. And right off the face-off, one at the low point. Is that Marner? Yeah, Marner goes for the shot, misses wide, and Pavel Dorofeyev. All right, I gotta go get my high five, and then we'll be back. One sec. Let's go, baby. Let's get the score adjusted. Let's get that score announced. Where is it? Scoring for your Golden Knights with his 19th of the season, his second power play goal of the game. Number 16, Pavel Dorofeyev, with an assist from number 93, Mitch Marner, and a secondary assist from number 48, Thomas Hurdle. Yay. I gotta look at something real quick. See if I have. No. Oh, I'll look at that later. We are back in the game, gentlemen. 3 minutes gone in the third. Colasar to Bowman, who dumps it in just across the red line. Colasar gets there first ahead of Ekman Larson, trying to work up the low wall. Hurdle gets to the puck, kept in by Lazan. It was not kept in by Lazan. Delayed offsides. Everybody goes for a change. Ekman Larson behind his own net. Riley Smith with the forecheck. Puck does not get across the blue line, past Marner. Eventually does, though, all the way up ahead. Robertson to Waugh. Stick gets in the way. Dorofeyev able to tip it up over the net. Marner on the low boards goes across to the center. Now Dorofeyev into the zone, trying to feed the center. And a good Toronto stick sends it back the other way. A quick shot by Cowan. Sorry, I think that was Michelli. But a good stop sends the puck all the way back to Wool. Carlo now from his own zone feeds it ahead to Riley entering neutral. Takes the high road out. White Cloud is there first. Little backhand feed to Hannafin. And now Holtz and Linczynski make entry into the Toronto zone. Behind Wool, puck comes to McMahon on the low boards, fed up and out. Dumped in from the red line. Hannafin there first, just ahead of McCabe. Now all the way down low, Hannafin trying to get a poke in, and he does. Back behind Wool. Back and forth game happening right now as Holtz takes the zone, puts it on net. Wool saves it and kicks it over to the low corner. Battle on the boards. Guys just getting their asses kicked. Reinhardt, that's who that is. Dude, that was going to kill me trying to figure out who the hell I was watching right there. Barbashev putting on some pressure, but Ekman Larson makes it through. Puck's loose. A little bit of dancing knives. Gets it free. But a good stick prevents the shooting opportunity. And now Eichel in a race with Stetcher. Eichel loses. Icing on the Golden Knights. Brings the puck back in front of Aiden Hill. Dude, that was a cycle right there. Nyes makes a couple of great moves, so it was Hill's stick that actually deflected because Nyes is trying to cut through, and it looked like he may have lost it. Yeah, he lost it. So as Nyes loses the puck, Hill is able to smack it away on a hard reach for whoever that was for Toronto trying to come from the top side. Just a wild sequence, man. I thought it was over. Stoney getting the puck on the high boards, up and out towards Hurdle? No, Barbashev. The 48-49 gets me a lot. Michelli puts it on Hill, who kicks it away with the right pad. Marner with speed. Dorofeyev to his left. Late Hutton coming in, tries to drag and take a shot and puts it off of Carlo's face. Another big shot from Riley Smith, but it is stopped and knocked up out of play. Carlo reached his stick in to make the block. That puck went off the stick right into his face. That's one thing. And like, don't get me wrong. I do get it, but at the same time, Carlo right there, he got hit in the face. So he's holding his face and he looks and there's blood. So he goes back to holding his face while he's trying to play. You're already bleeding, dude. Just bleed. Don't worry about this. Because if you're doing this and you're doing this trying to play, you might get another puck that comes up and hits this side. Eichel. You're close enough to where I know what you mean. All right, so yeah, Riley Smith went off a Wool's mask which busted a strap loose. 14-17 to go in the third. Shots are 24-23 Toronto as the Maple Leafs currently hang on to a 1-goal lead. Marner gets a shot on net, is fought off. Wool doing good with Riley Smith right in his grill. Korzak sends it to the net, misses everything. Hutton pinches it deep into Riley Smith, and Stetcher's able to break it free. Up ahead. Breakaway by Robertson. Good pressure by Hutton. Breakaway was not the right term, but he had a step on Hutton. Hutton did a good job to catch up and put a big body on him. Hutton from the high corner goes behind Hill to Korzak, and the Knights reset. Everybody going for a change from both sides. Still not the biggest fan of Korzak. Ooh, Kolasar just walked right in on net. He lost the puck late, but he walked right in. Hurdle swinging up to the high point. Kolasar down low, loses the puck as him and Bowman fight off Ekman Larson. Kolasar trying to go back out front. He gets it to Hurdle on the baseline. Back to the center. Kolasar with a quick turn and shoot. It goes wide. Hannafin on the low baseline. He loses it to Knives, but Hurdle recovers. And then Ekman Larson tips it away. Michelli gets it up past the blue line, past Hannafin, and the Knights go all the way back down. No icing. 12:45 to go in the third. Eichel across the red line, throws it on target to Wool. It worked once. It could work again. All the way back goes Theodore Lazan. McMahon putting on pressure. Puck to Lazan. Up the low boards through neutral. Matthews able to get it away. And now Toronto gets back into neutral. Lazan's going to send it all the way around on the delayed offsides. Myers. Behind Wool works his way out. Back to Myers. All the way through neutral. Not sure how that wasn't an icing, but that's the second one. I'm not sure how that wasn't an icing. Big shot from the low point by Myers. Saved by Aiden Hill. Those pads are working. I said I'll give Hilly shit for two of the goals. Two of the goals I can't put on him. Nylander's goal was nasty, and then that the fourth goal, the power play goal, is that one was tough too. I don't put that on Hilly. It's one of they're talking about the equipment manager that he always has a hand on a stick ready for a stick to break so he can grab and put over the board. That helped us win the Stanley Cup, our guy. Puck all the way down off the face-off, and we're going to have another face in front of Wool. All right, let's take a quick look at the score or the games for tomorrow. Panthers, Hurricane. Ooh, Lightning and the Blues. Panthers, Hurricanes, I think, would be the better game out of those two. Predators, Avalanche. Nah. Oh, the Ducks and the Kings. We may have to watch the Ducks and the Kings. 7:30 game tomorrow. It's a late one. But we're either going to be, we're going to watch that game. We may watch Florida, Carolina, which would be what, 4 o'clock? Yeah. So I know we got not sure when I'm going to go live, either 4 or 7:30, but we'll see. I try to post it by like 1 o'clock all the way across, and it's an easy feed to Lawton that just buries it past Aiden Hill. We can't stop shooting ourselves in the foot, dude. It's all right. It's all right, dude. I have no idea what kind of pass that was. And then all our guys are just lazily kind of meandering back onto defense. We look like LeBron James playing defense. Actually, I can't even say that because I have no idea what LeBron James looks like playing defense. He's never played defense. So that's on me. I apologize. I'm sitting here giving metaphors of things that don't exist. I have this. So, but yeah, let's see. Saturday, I will be here for the Nashville game on Saturday. That one's at 4. Nope, that one's at 7. However, Monday, I will not be here Monday. I am going to enjoy the the Miami Hurricanes playing I'm going to enjoy the Hurricanes playing a national championship. But we will be here for Nashville on Saturday and then Boston on Tuesday. Oh, sorry, Boston on Thursday. Got a couple early games next week. The least goes to the Buffalo. Yeah, hey. It's gonna happen. See, the Sharks and the Red Wings might be a good game too. Now I'm actually kind of stuck because you got the Sharks and the Red Wings, and when the Sharks losing just hits different. It just injected into my veins. But then the Panthers and the Hurricanes could end up being a really good game. And honestly, the Sharks and the Red Wings should be a really good game. But then also the Ducks and the Kings are like, that should be fun. That Elise fan is loud in the chat. Hell yeah, absolutely. No, man. Now, if you were, now we're very limited on Stars fans, Kings fans, and Sharks fans, but Toronto, yeah, it's one of those. Depending on how typically depending on how the game is going, depends on whether or not you're allowed, quote unquote, in here. But we've won a couple over the last couple weeks, so it's like, you know what, we'll let it slide. Plus, I got really kick-ass edibles and some good flour, so ain't nothing making me mad right now, dude. Yeah, right now, man. Only I like hockey. So as long as y'all are hockey fans. Now, I will say not always, but I think we've had one Edmonton Oilers fan in here, and he was such an insufferable prick, I had to get rid of him. It was like, I mean, okay, granted, now I know I don't have to say insufferable prick and Oilers fans, like I know you guys get it, but I'm just trying to be specific. All right, halfway through the third, Lazon back in his own zone ahead of McMahon, and we're falling over the blue line. That's cool. Eichel trying to go across a shot and stopped by Wool. Who is that? Barbashev. We can't follow it up, and we finally do, and we score. Let's go. Yeah, I appreciate that, Mountain, dude. I honestly miss it, buddy. It's been a lot of fun. Oh, I'm trying to talk over that. Who's doing a different team lifestyle? Absolutely, man. And like I said, though, it's if I see Edmonton Oilers fans, I'm gonna be the asshole that makes the assumption. I am absolutely prejudiced against Edmonton Oilers fans, and I have no problem hiding it. We don't want the Oilers in here. Dude, all right, we're close here. I'll make the announcement in just a second. Alrighty. Wait, I gotta get this ready, and scoring for your Golden Knights. Oh, hang on. Didn't mean to do that. With his 17th of the season, your captain, number 61, Mark Stone. Stone with an assist from number 49, Ivan Barbashev. And a secondary assist from number 9, Jack Eichel. All right. Ooh, puck coming right up front out. Marner able to get a stick on it and kick it away. That was a dangerous play to be followed up right there. 8.5 to go as Dorofeyev carries it across the red line, tosses it up over the head of McCabe. And Stetcher's going to come down to the low boards to recover. Up to Tavares under pressure by Hannafin and Riley Smith. Hannafin keeps it in. Off the Stetcher, attempt to clear. McCabe now up the low wall. Is able to get it to the stick of Lorentz. He gets it into the Vegas zone. A little bit of a hold there on White Cloud. No call. Hannafin dumping it back the other way behind Wool. Broken stick. No call there as Eichel's stick just exploded. I'm not sure what their excuse is going to be as to why that happened. Stoney gets brought down diving for the puck. And now White Cloud under pressure and Hannafin. Dude, these two are giving up too many pucks. Good job by Eichel to come in and help out. Barbashev goes all the way across neutral, gets a tip. Where's the trip? How is that not a trip? So Eichel gets his in the same cycle. There hasn't been a stoppage. Eichel gets his stick split in half on a slash and then gets tripped with no call. Colasar trying to cut between Domi and Riley. Riley's able to take the puck. Oh, sorry, that's McMahon. Takes the puck back the other way. Now Hurdle leaves it off for Colasar. Going against Stetcher. Colasar shoots and he goes wide down to the low point. Hurdle feeds it down the boards. And in that corner, Matthews putting pressure on Colasar. Hurdle gets it free up to Bowman. Bowman right up front. Potential high-stakes swat. But Wool's able to stop it. No stoppage. No worries. Carlo fighting for his life behind the net. Toronto unable to get it out. Pass to Hannafin as Matthews right in the middle trips over open ice. But then so do we. But then so does McMahon. Riley Smith. What the hell is going on here? Somebody fix this ice. Been a little warmer in Vegas the last couple of days. I have to assume that's having an effect. Dorofeyev to Riley Smith down the low boards, looking for a place to go all the way across the ice, but he hits a stick. To Hannafin, to the left of Wool. Dorofeyev whiffs on a big one-time opportunity. Battle on the high boards. Domi is able to get it out. He tosses it down, and it is not an icing. The puck ended up on edge, rolled all the way down, but did not get there quick enough. Hannafin from behind Aiden Hill. All the way up to neutral. Stoney sets it for Eichel. Eichel's going to circle back. Well, he fake circling back. And we have an offside as Barbashev was a step ahead of the pass from Eichel. Damn it, dude. I said I was really hoping we wouldn't have to score more than 3 to win this one. And I was wrong. Mama was wrong. You're wrong, Colonel Sanders. Anyway. Oh. All right. So there's 2 good 4 o'clock games, and then the Ducks and the Kings. I think I want to watch Florida and Carolina. I said San Jose and Detroit should be a good game, but I think we're going to watch Florida, Carolina tomorrow. So keep an eye out about 4 o'clock. Dude, anytime I watch like movie trailers or TV show trailers, I'm just like nowadays, I'm just utterly disappointed. I'm curious about Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Um, there was one other thing. There's something else with the longer name, like a three-part name that I can't think of. Dude, that's one thing too. I am on a mission to find handles of Bullet Rye. Bullet Bourbon, their rye bourbon, the green label. I don't know what I gotta look into it. I don't know what happened, but I cannot find handles. Sorry, random thought of the night, but we're back. Let's see if Vegas can pull it off. Face off on the center dot. Shots at 28-27 Toronto. 5:29 to go in the third. Eichel versus Matthews. And of course, Matthews wins because Eichel is fucking shit at face-offs. Eichel into the zone. Leaves it back for Stoney. He passes it across to Theodore. Takes a shot and sends it sky high. I would like Mark Stone to start taking those shots. I can't complain. It's Mark Stone. He knows better than me. Of course he does. But damn it, every now and then. And Stoney's scoring, and Stoney's doing fantastic, so I really can't bitch about it. But damn it, Stoney, shoot the puck. Face off to the left of Wool, won by Toronto, sent up ahead, all the way down, and we're gonna have a Leafs icing face off coming in front of Wool. That I'm forgetting, but I'm probably going to be struggling to talk tomorrow. I haven't done this much talking in a long time. Yeah, 38 face-offs at 38-24 in favor of Toronto. What are we doing? We're going to get another Toronto icing. Guys. All right, face off number 4. All right, Hurdle versus Matthews now. And Toronto still comes away with it, and they don't clear. So it goes into the Toronto bench, and now we have another face-off in front of Wool. Holy shit, guys. I was going to say, please, somebody else be in the circle for the face-off. And Toronto wins another one. Oop, this time they get it out. Little bit shaky, but Riley gets it out. Theodore turns up as Tavares goes by. Right through the middle. Eichel getting harassed, loses the puck as he's trying to work it to Stone. Theodore back behind his own net. Up the low boards. Hit on Barbashev. He's able to get across the red line. Off of Eichel. It goes into the zone. On to Wool, who plays it away. Now Hannafin and White Cloud back. They play catch. White Cloud back to Hannafin. Across neutral with speed. Carried off his skate. Great focus. Dorfield scores! We're going to see. I can't tell if they're going to challenge it or not. Yeah, there's no way you can say he didn't have control. The The puck's across. I gotta assume. Looks like it was a quick challenge. I obviously they didn't show what the offsides was. Here, let's see real quick. Yeah, they didn't show the right angle. Yeah, that's rough. So they didn't show the right angle. They were showing they're like, I don't see how they're looking to the right, going, I don't know how this could possibly be offsides. Meanwhile, to the left, the guy's 3 feet past the line. Like the producers in the NHL suck. Like the replay guys, like the camera crew, I really like. But whoever's calling out the replays and the cameras, we sit here and watch a guy sitting on a bench while talking about a replay for 30 seconds. Like, NHL producers suck. Aiden Hill with a big save. Now we're at 250. After the devastating, obvious offsides that should have been called when it happened. Yeah, you did, Malamute. I didn't realize that was, yeah. Fucking rough break for Vegas. Stoney dumping it in. Eichel going in against McCabe. And Leafs come away with it, tossing it out to neutral. Hutton sends it to Theodore, who goes back to Hutton. Off the high boards, Colasar sends it in. Carlo back. Nope, that Stetcher takes a big hit from Colasar, but gets it clear. Theodore to the red line. Get aggressive, guys. Let's go. Bowman taking it up the low board, circling back. It's McCabe kind of hit him weird, took his leg out. Not saying there's anything wrong with it, but just looked on. Michelli dumping it in from the red line to Aiden Hill. I get scared when he handles the puck, but Aiden Hill just straight puts Michelli on his ass. That was great. Theodore into the Toronto zone, gets it up the high boards. Theodore just puts Ekman Larson on his ass. Let's get physical, guys. We got two bitch-made teams pretending like we're going to get physical. All right, empty net for Vegas. 1:20 to go. Hannafin puts it on net. I don't like that shot. You had all the time in the world to get set up, and you got nobody in net, dude. Hannafin ahead to Dorofeev, over to Eichel. He puts it right on net. He had entry at the blue line. Like, can we set a play, please? Under 60 seconds to go. Hannafin behind his own empty net, taking it through his zone, leaves it for Eichel, who leaves it for somebody else. I can't see the number. I think that was Marner. I'll say it goes up and over, out of play. Guys, dude, we're putting it on net from the blue line when we have options to get in as a group, establish possession, and start developing a play. Instead, from the blue line, throw it off of the pads of the goalie so that it comes right back to the guys that are in front of you as you're crashing the net, and let them clear it immediately. We'll see what they come up with, but yeah, that's a rough way to go, man. I said I disagree with the first power play that was called on, the first penalty called on Hurdle that Toronto scored on the power play. That was a big momentum shift. I'm being a hater. I want to establish that right now. This ain't me making any kind of, but other than that, oh fuck, now I took myself off my own dumbass train of thought. All right, whatever, guys. It doesn't matter. We're back. 44.2 seconds to go at the Vegas empty net. Vegas wins the faceoff. Dorofeyev to Theodore on the blue line. Marner from the low point sends it to Eichel. Down low to Stoney from behind the net. It goes out front. Eichel shoots. And it hits somebody in front. Stoney's trying to send it back to Hurdle. And it gets sent back to Stone. Eichel to Marner. Power play positions. Marner from the blue line down to Eichel. Low baseline. Looking for a place to go with it. Back to Eichel. Get it to Stone. Back to Stone. Get it out front. Back to Stone. Right up back. He scores. Hurdle scores. Scores. I gotta try not to yell. Sorry. Let's go. This is why games are 60 minutes long. It's a tie ball game, you quitter. This is why games are 60 minutes long. For your Golden Knights with his 19th of the season, number 48, Thomas Hurdle, with an assist from number 9, Jack Eichel, and a secondary assist from your captain, number 61, Mark Stone. Let's go. Just Eichel through the middle to Hurdle. I was calling Stone. I'm trying to call Stone to the middle. And Stone and Eichel are going back and forth. And then Marner, Eichel, Stone, Eichel, Marner, Eichel, middle. Hurdle in for the tying game with 7 seconds on the clock. How do you not love this game? This game essentially does not matter. and I could, I couldn't, but I could do a backflip right now. I'm so jacked up. And I'm going to be devastated when we screw up and lose in overtime. But I don't care. We got a point after going down bad. More 2-goal deficit in on three different occasions. No, it's I quote unquote. This is just a middle of the season, regular season game. That's why it quote unquote does not matter. It essentially, this isn't playoffs. This isn't game 7. This isn't a wild card thing. This is the middle of the season. It matters, of course, but it doesn't matter type of game. And this much excitement can be brought by a game that doesn't matter. It's basically what I'm saying is this is one game out of 82. If you look at it that way, it's just, I love this game, man. All right, Toronto taking the face off. McCabe carries it back all the way to Wool. Stoney's just chasing him down, putting on pressure. Matthews feeds it up ahead. They're going to let Nyes go one-on-one against Theodore. Nyes decides to circle back into his own zone. Oh, we're here, baby. Matthews across his own blue line. Nyes to his left. Leaves it for Nyes. Pressured back towards the blue line. He cycles bottom of the low circle. Swing and a miss on net by Austin Matthews. Vegas able to clear them all the way back to their own zone. Nyes is going to circle, wait for both sides to make a change. He'll take it back behind Wool. And now Marner out in front, leading the pressure. Dorofeev and Hannafin behind him. Ekman Larson behind his own net. Pass up ahead to the fresh leg, Michelli, with Tavares crossing the blue line together. Good pressure. Marner and Hannafin trying to push him back, but Michelli circles, feeds it to Ekman Larson on the blue line. Pass across, top of the high circle. Tavares has to carry it back towards the blue line. He's going to see if he can make a move on his own from the high dot. Michelli ends up with the stick after a good Hannafin poke check. Hannafin separates Michelli from the puck, and now Marner heads out, leaves it back for Hannafin, passes up to Marner, back to Hannafin. And Vegas is going to take a moment. Everybody's going to get a change. Marner at the blue line, leaves it back again as Eichel makes entry. Theodore helping. Picks it back to Theodore across the stone. From the middle, a big shot. Misses the goal. Carries the puck back through neutral. Eichel again to Marner. From the high boards with speed. Stone from the middle tries to make a cut, but is poked off his stick. And now Cowan headed back the other way. Enters the zone and checks up so Toronto can get a change. Matthews back on the ice. To Cowan. Walks in the zone, walks right back out. We'll have a delay at offsides as Toronto resets. Cowan still carrying it. Leaves it to Matthews. Back to Cowan. Across the blue line. Little bump from Stone. They let him walk across. Big shot from the top dot. And Riley misses. Theodore chasing down with Stone. Ahead to Stone, looking to get it across. And they stop. Brett Eichel makes a move and it back in, and it's good. He scores. Jack Eichel scores. I ran out of breath. Malamute. Malamute. That's it, baby. That's overtime. We're done. That is it. Golden Knights with the 4-time 2-goal deficit. Goal taken away at the end of the, with less than 9 minutes to go. And the Golden Knights are able to carry it into overtime. And then Jack Eichel off a perfect pass from Mark Stone. Scoring for your Golden Knights with his 17th of the season. Number 9, Jack Eichel with a secondary assist from your captain, number 61, Mark Stone, and secondary assist from number 27, Shea Theodore. Fucking go. Let's go. So no OT, but better than nothing. Yeah, hey, dude. Anytime we get OT with the win, anytime we get OT, I take it. Because I'd rather have 1 point than no points. Dude. Sugar Hill, no kidding, brother. What a game. Like I said, Vegas goes down 2-0. 2-1. Nope. 3-1. 3-2. Nope. 4-2. 4-3. Nope. 5-3. 5-4. 5-5. Nope. 5-4. And then tying it with 7 seconds left. No. Bam. We scored in overtime to win. Vegas scored with 7 seconds to go in the third period to force overtime. That was Hurdle's goal. And then we played overtime and Eichel scored to win. So we played OT, but we actually won the OT. You Knights fan out? Yeah, hey, dude. Golden Knights are fun. Hey, no worries, man. It's all good. Dude, like I said, I obviously love my Golden Knights, man. I love that we're playing well. We had a couple of big floppy moments in the big old just shriveled up and floppy moments throughout the season, but go figure. Finally come back after a couple of weeks off, couple of weeks of not being able to come and hang out and enjoy the game. We come back to a 6-5 overtime. Come from behind win for the Golden Knights. Let's fucking go. Aiden Hill. Ugh, yeah, hey. Look, I have to rewatch a couple of the goals, but at most, I'm putting 3 goals on Aiden Hill. Because Nylander's goal was nasty. Like, we got to be real. Dude, there's a lot of talent on that team. But Nylander's goal was nasty, and the goal, it's a Tavares goal, but it was Michelli who, on the power play, put it off of Tavares' stick. So I can't blame him for those 2 goals. The other 3 we can talk about. So, if those 2 don't happen, it's a different game, obviously, But I'll hang 3 goals on the head of Aiden Hill, which just coming back against the Toronto team that has been playing well, except for Utah, been playing very well, except for Tuesday. They have been doing a very good job, except for against the Mammoth on Tuesday. They've been playing very well. So you can't really, you can't hold it against Aiden Hill too much, but damn, man. Better shots. We need more, our defense, we got to stop puck watching. We got to stop gravitating to the puck, and we've got to stop ending up with the entire team on one half of the ice. I don't know why we can't figure that out. Man, but I was rooting for you guys right on, man. Hell of a game. Those comeback games are so fucking awesome. Dude, they are so good. Like, it's funny. I have said it a million times over the last couple of years. I'll say it again. I love games like this. I despise it when the Golden Knights are in games like this, but I love games like this. Hey, Brian, cheers, buddy. Good night. Hope to see you tomorrow, friend. But yeah, we man, what a first game back. That was awesome. But yeah, we're getting I'm kicking the dust off the vocal cords, getting ready, getting the play-by-play nice and loose for when the Olympics come up. So tomorrow, 4:00, we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch Florida and Carolina tomorrow. So sorry, 4 p.m. Pacific time. We'll hop on for Florida, Carolina. We'll see how those guys are playing. I like both teams. Florida's been pissing me off a little bit, but yeah, we'll hang out and watch that tomorrow. Saturday, we have Nashville, I believe. Yeah, Saturday, 7:00 is Nashville. And then will not be here Monday for Philly. I was originally going to stream the national championship, but I have been waiting 20 years to watch the Miami Hurricanes be in a national championship so that I could hang out with my dad and watch it the same way that I watched the national championship, where the biggest bullshit pass interference call to ever happen in the history of football happened, and Miami lost against Ohio State. So 23 years later, I was able to hang out with my dad and watch Miami beat Ohio State, kick their ass. And hopefully, even though I'm not expecting a Miami win, hopefully we play a good game against Indiana. But yeah, won't be here for that on Monday. 4:00 tomorrow for Florida and Carolina, and 7:00 on Saturday. Thompson is here going to be on the same team for USA. Hey, see, I've got to do that's something that I'm going to do a little bit closer to playoffs, just because I haven't been able to take a look yet at the rosters. I haven't, again, kind of just getting my hockey brain kicked back into gear. So sometime between the last NHL game and the first Olympic game, we'll hop on and take a look at the entire roster for everybody that's playing in the Olympics. And then that's nasty though. The Olympics should be good. If the Four Nations was anything, like, Olympics should be fantastic. But I need to go get some food. I'm hungry. Get something to eat, get something to toke on a little bit, and get my old ass to bed. So hey, man, Brian, Malamute, Trigger Hill, all you guys. Hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Again, plan on being here every night for the foreseeable future. I really enjoyed this. What a good game. What fun was this, man? Hopefully we get a good win on Saturday. We can get a win on Monday. Canes get a win on Monday, and we have a shutout weekend. That would be fantastic. But all right, y'all. Good night. Hope to see you tomorrow. Remember, 4:00 tomorrow, 7:00 Saturday. Cheers, y'all. Good night.